The date is March 7th, about the first week of March. And you're hearing talkings and rumblings about one of the biggest college events up to date, and that is March Madness, where players go, all the NCAA teams go up and compete for the one trophy that one of them will remain victorious over. And all of the adults, kids, reporters, the sports world is brought together for this event. All the athletes playing their hardest, their heart out for just a chance in the spotlight to show who they're made of. But one thing is kind of off about all of this. There is a packed stadium. There are many of people cheering, people wearing jerseys even, supporting. Ticket arenas are sold out. People are eating concession. All this money that the NCAA brings in. And one thing that is missing is the money to the athletes themselves. According to ESPN.com, they made an article saying that in 2017, NCAA generated over $1 billion in revenue. And not a single bit of that money, not even a penny or anything, was given to the athletes for their hard work, for making NCAA what it is. And that's what I'm going to be talking about, that why the NCAA should be letting athletes be paid off of their image and likeness because of their career, because it is real-life plagiarism, and because of the reputation that they can suffer. So the first topic is the career. NCAA players, when they're in college, their sport is basically their career. They are constantly going to the gym. And a regular routine would look like something like you wake up around 6:30, 6 o'clock, eating a quick little meal, go out to the gym, get some shots up. If you're playing basketball or football, get some shots up, go work out, and you leave, go get something to eat or something like that, then go with another team meeting, another team workout together, and then you would go home, do whatever, and probably go for another workout possibly, or you not, if you're just resting, icing, doing whatever you need to do. It's basically like a professional athlete, It's what you got to do, or you have to do your other work on the side. According to globalsports.com, depending on the sport, whatever you're doing, athletes may work up to 40 hours a week just practicing alone for their sport. 40 hours a week is like a full-time job. Like, you can go to work for 40 hours and get paid for that kind of stuff. Athletes are not getting paid for this, all right, at all, which is why we need to fix something. And also there's an article saying, also by ESPN, that African Americans and other, because they make up the majority of NCAA players in Division I that compete, so like this, they tend to have a lower graduation rate than African Americans that are not in sports. So that just gives you a little insight of how much work and workload that college sport athletes have versus the just regular people that are just going for college. So the next thing I want to talk about on top of the how athletes sport in college is similar to career, is that it is basically real life plagiarism. And what do I mean by this? Well, plagiarism, we know, is taking something that someone said and just copying it and saying it's your own. Well, basically the NCAA is taking the athletes and all their hard work that they put in, all the time and effort they put into their work, and translating it into it's theirs, They're taking all of the money from them that the athletes generate. I mean, we're not just sitting watching the TV, clicking through the channel and there's an NCAA logo, just watching the logo, just watching the logo bounce around, like, oh, this is really cool, go watch that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. All right, we're getting up. We're going to go see athletes like, this rookie year, like Zion Williamson blew out his shoe because how hard he plays. John Morant. You have people in the college football. You have people like Joe Burrow, just won the Heisman. Athletes that put everything on the line. We're going to go watch them. We want to buy their stuff. They are the face of the NCAA, and they do not make a single penny. It's basically just taking what's theirs. Now, the counter argument to this is that on NCAA.org, which is their official website, they said that they do not pay their athletes or let athletes be paid off of their likeness, which basically means they're off their likeness is They can't get autographs out. They can't get any money off of them. They can't go to a store or be endorsed by anything. So if Gatorade wanted to come by and give them a contract saying that they're gonna put their face and their name on stuff like that to get people to buy it, they couldn't do that because they'd be making money off of that. And NCAA says no, because that they're saying they're crossing the amateurism line, and amateurism to a professional. And if you're a professional, you're not a college athlete. So, but the counter argument to this is that you're definitely not a professional if you get paid off of something, because kids in high school can do that, just as well as any college athlete. And there's this governor, her name's Nancy Skinner in California. She is passing a bill as we speak to allow athletes in that state to receive money off their image, because the only way to overrule theirs is by making a state law. So, and the final topic with these 2 points in mind is the reputation NCAA will endure because, of these reasons. NCAA obviously is going to take a hit because the athletes do not want to, they don't want to play for them. They're going to express themselves on social media. There's Twitter. There's more ways to express and people to see, especially if you're an athlete of high, authority and stuff. You can have an influence, like such as LeBron James. He's even spoke about the NCAA and how it is ridiculous how they're not getting paid, in different companies and stuff like that have spoke out, and it's just hurting NCAA in their entire program. That's why some athletes that are supposed to be college athletes to go play for them have chosen to go off overseas. There's different options besides going to college and playing. Like, you don't have to play for them. You can go overseas. There's different other organizations and camps. Like Kobe Bryant, he had the Mamba Academy. You can go there to help. Scouts look at everywhere. They don't just look at NCAA. So you can go anywhere. And definitely takes a hit. NCAA takes a hit from athletes speaking out, especially in people of high magnitude. So overall, the NCAA is very stingy, and because they do not look at an athlete's, sport as a career, and how it is not, everything doesn't combine together to have the time to, do your work, go practice and perform at a high level to make us or dorm, get money that we're not going to give you, which is basically, copying and pasting. This is our athlete, this is our brand, boom, this is our money now. Like, don't even give them any of it. So you're just basically stealing money from them, and their reputation is going to end up destroying their company in the long run. So that's why I challenge you guys, next time you want to go and watch a NCAA football game or March Madness, or every time you get excited talking about, college sports and stuff, think about all the money that they are generating. They just made $1 billion. So think about the money that they're generating and that the athletes are not getting, that they could be making just to live.